The African Nations Cup in Côte d'Ivoire is underway, and the Super Eagles have played their first 3 matches. It was an average display from the Super Eagles in their first match in a 1-1 draw, but dug deep to pull off 2 wins, with one being against hosts Côte d'Ivoire. How did the players really do, especially with new players like Alhassan Youssouf and Stanley Nwabali playing for the Super Eagles in their first competitive matches? How did the coach do in terms of team selection and strategy? Also, what else needs to be done in subsequent matches for the Super Eagles to go all the way? Let's get into it. Despite winning 2 matches at the African Nations Cup, the players and coach of the Super Eagles have gotten a lot of criticism for the performance of the team at the tournament so far. This is despite beating hosts Côte d'Ivoire and securing 7 points in the process. In their first match against Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea showed that they were no pushover of a team securing a draw and going on to score 4 goals past Guinea-Bissau in a 4-2 victory, and another 4 against hosts Côte d'Ivoire in a 4-0 annihilation to top Nigeria's group. The performance of Equatorial Guinea is one more proof that there aren't many minnows left in African football, as they are beginning to emerge as dark horses in the tournament. Other once smaller teams who are pulling off amazing surprises at this tournament include Cape Verde, who finished top of Group B, a group that included Egypt and Ghana. Every team now featuring at the Nations Cup has players playing at top levels in Europe, and so exposure is no longer a handicap for many once smaller national teams. The number of upsets in the 2024 African Nations Cup have been so many that it confirms without a doubt that the gap between the bigger and smaller nations in the game has severely narrowed. For Nigeria, as usual, they were ranked as one of the favorites to win the tournament, but the curse of losing major players before a tournament once again reared its ugly head. The loss of key players like Wilfred Ndidi and Victor Boniface to injury is a major blow to Nigeria's ambition of winning a 4th Nations Cup. In their absence, Nigeria missed the chance to bring in players like Akor Adams, Chuba Akpom, and many others, but has instead completed its team with players which have raised an eyebrow, begging the question of what the criteria was for their selection, especially when it meant leaving out more informed players. Some of these invited players include Sadiq Umar, who has barely returned to full fitness, and Ahmed Musa, who many feel has overstayed his welcome in the Nigerian team, as well as Paul Onwachu, who showed his shortcomings at Southampton and has had a few lackluster performances for the Super Eagles. Players like Alhassan Youssouf and Stanley Nwabali did, however, get a call-up after months of pressure, and in Alhassan's case, years. Alhassan Youssouf actually only got a call-up due to the inability of injured Wilfred Ndidi to play in the tournament, proved to be a worthy replacement for Wilfred Ndidi. The performance of Alhassan Youssouf in that match against Equatorial Guinea is a testament to the travesty of the Nigerians' FA and team coaches' policy of sticking to the same set of players, ignoring the plethora of options the country has playing in Europe. Alhassan Youssouf was a revelation for the Super Eagles, as he covered every blade of grass, was aggressive in going for the challenge, showing passion and commitment in his play. This level of commitment has been missing in the Super Eagles for a while in midfield, in the absence of Wilfred Ndidi. With the unfortunate loss of Alhassan in that match due to injury, it seemed that Nigeria needed the physical stature and composure of Raphael Onyedika in the midfield against Côte d'Ivoire. He, however, has not been getting a look in for some. In the match against Côte d'Ivoire, José Posero, however, made the gamble of playing Kelvin Bassi instead in the defensive midfield role. This actually proved to be a stroke of genius, as it paid off handsomely for Nigeria, as they ran away 1-0 victors against. Stanley Nwabali was decent and showed composure in goal for the Super Eagles, a welcome departure from the shakiness of Francis Uzoho. He parried everything that came his way and made at least 2 key saves in the match. In defense, the left and right backs were decent in shielding the flanks, but venturing forward, Ola Aina made the most impact, doing it with flair and confidence. Zaidu Sanusi showed a lot of indecision close to goal and wasted the few chances he got to score. He also could not deliver an accurate final pass that could result in a goal, especially in the match against Equatorial Guinea. At the center of defense, Troost Ekong offered some experience in the central defense and was particularly stellar in Iwobi and Frank Onyeka, who was playing more as box-to-box midfielder. Also, Iwobi was not moving forward close enough to opposition goal to deliver. On the wings, Ademola Lookman has been the most adventurous and purposeful player moving forward, and provided the cross for Victor Osimhen's goal in the first match, opponent whenever he lost the ball. Moses Simon has performed okay on the right flank but has not as effective as he usually is on the left side of attack. Samuel Chukwueze was very average during his in the last group match against Guinea-Bissau. Victor Boniface was a real miss for Nigeria after almost 2 years with the team. Friendlies are when you test formations, players, and fine-tune your strategy, not at a tournament or in a few friendlies before a tournament. However, with the players at his disposal, he needs to stay flexible, possibly exploring the 3-5-2 formation as an option, as Victor Osimhen seems a bit isolated in the matches so far, and the wingers seem not to be as effective as would have been ideal. Ola Aina and Kevin Bassey have shown what they can do moving forward to support the attack and tracking back to defend, so should be explored as wing-back options. Onyedika and Alhassan Yusuf should also get another chance playing together with Onyeka as backup. Also, Alex Iwobi playing the playmaker role ahead of them should be encouraged to push further up front close to the strikers in a more advanced position. This formation may just be what the doctor ordered for the Super Eagles. Unfortunately, this formation was not tested prior to the tournament, and so we would have to wish the Super Eagles good luck in its next set of matches in whatever formation Posero chooses to deploy. We also hope that the players continue to put in performances like we got against Côte d'Ivoire, and that good fortune continues to be with the team all through the rest of the tournament. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet and like our content, please subscribe to support our channel. Also, please like, share, and leave a comment telling us what you think about the Super Eagles' performances so far and what the coach must do for the team to win the tournament. Look out for more tournament content moving forward. See you in the next video.